Are you ready to see the newest cottage colors? Get ready! I don't know about you, but I am super excited about the new colors. Let's celebrate the new colors by making faux crocks, but let's make them into little spring baskets because these new colors just embody spring. So I'm going to lay out my parchment paper to get started, and I'm just using corn cans. Sounds silly, but it's my literal trash that I am using for this project. You can go to the dollar store, you can get some little buckets, whatever. But I have these. I have a whole bunch of these, so why not keep them out of the landfill and reuse them and make them into some cute little home decor. And to get started, we need some stamps. We're going to be stamping some paperclay onto these crocks. So I'm going to pick out which stamps I want to use. I'm mostly using the Iron Orchid Designs Antiquities collection of stamps. I do pull one from Crockery too later in the project because I really wasn't happy with that pig. I like to use desk clay. It's a paper clay that air dries. Everybody likes what they like, and this is just the one that I like. There are several on the market that you could use for this project too. So you want to knead and warm up your clay first before you stamp it. And we're going to squish it around in our hands a little bit, and then we're going to roll it out. Roll it out to where it's nice and flat but not too thin. I'll be honest, I went too thick for this, and my cans became lopsided. One side was heavier than the other side, so keep it fairly thin, but you don't want it so thin that when you stamp it, you're pressing all the way through the clay and creating holes. Now we're going to put some cornstarch on the stamp just to make sure that the paper clay doesn't stick in there. And I just kind of try to evenly press the stamp into the clay. I'm going to use my roller, I use my fingers. Now we're going to just cut off the excess. And after we do that, we can apply some glue and adhere it to the piece. I like to use Tightbond, quick and thick, or thick and quick, however. And I put it on with my finger. You can put it on with your paintbrush. It doesn't really matter. Just get it all over everything. So you want maximum adhesion. And then we're gonna press the whole thing on without squishing your stamp indentation because you don't want to deform it or anything. You don't want to stretch it. You don't want a big old fingerprint in the middle of it. So just be careful. I'm going to take a little bit of water and a paintbrush, and I'm going to smooth out those fingerprints. Not all of them, but some of them. And then I'm going to make the edges come out so it's not a hard edge. I'm going to put a back side on all these. So I'm doing a front and I'm doing a back. And I want them to look like they're one crock, not that I put two separate labels on them. So the paintbrush and making it all blend together is very helpful. After my crocks dried overnight, I came in with Little Black Dress, the clay-based paint by DIY Paints. I had Little Black Dress on hand, so that's what I used. And then I decided I wanted to put a crackle finish on my Crocs. This is the One Step Crackle by Pentart. Did I show you the new colors yet? I can't remember. Plaster is a creamy white. I didn't think I was gonna like it, to be honest, but I love it. This is going to replace my crinoline crush that I have. And then honey, oh my goodness. It is kind of like Queen Bee, but in a one-step version where you don't have to put a clear coat or a wax over it. I'm definitely going to use this one a lot. Garden Sage. It's a gorgeous green. Azure. Beautiful turquoise. Like a jewel tone. I really like the brightness that it has and that you'll be able to tone it down too. Veranda. This is a rosy pink. I love it. It's classy, it's romantic. Now that we've painted our cans, we're going to add some DIY paint, Dark and Decrepit, also known as D&D, to the piece, and then we're going to wipe it back off. The Dark and Decrepit is going to stick in all those little crevices and make the stamped image pop. So the Dark and Decrepit is pretty dark. You can add water to it if it's too dark. You can do lots of stuff with it. You can even stain wood. With the cottage colors, you don't have to clear coat first. You can just Dark and Decrepit over that. So we're just smearing it on. Making sure that we get into the cracks. I purposefully have lots of cracks on these, what I call faux Crocs. I want them to look like they were, pressed with your fingers and old and crunchy. Because when you put this Dark and Decrepit on and then you wipe it off, you're going to be left with Dark and Decrepit darker in the lower spots. The higher spots are going to get wiped off, but you're going to see a little bit, so it's going to age it a little bit. So if you have a color that's super intense, like the Azure, the new one, it's really going to tone down this color, and I'll show you that here in a second. And make sure that I get it all over this. And my crackle did turn out really good on some of these. Like this one, my crackle was so good. This one, not as good. The paint just kind of slipped off, but it left a pretty cool effect. It like orange peeled and slid and crackled, so I got like all the things. So just know that using a crackle, it's not 100% foolproof. It has a mind of its own. So you gotta be willing to go with the flow sometimes. We did this one. Color Plaster from Cottage Colors. This one I didn't want as dark, so I've got my water mister handy, and I'm gonna end up spraying it because it's going to end up being darker than I want it to be. So if I hit it with a little water and move it around, that will lighten it up. You can water it down beforehand too. Totally your choice. And then wipe it back. And it's just not as dark as it would have been if I wouldn't have used the water. Look how good that turns out. do this one. Show you how to tone that color down a little. This color would also look really good with a white wax over it. You can wax over the cottage colors. You don't have to clear it. Wax it first before you use a colored wax because it is sealed. It is a one-step paint, meaning you don't have to seal it, but you can still add all the antiquing elements to it, which is really nice. It makes for a faster project. Big difference. So in order to turn these into baskets, we need to drill holes in the cans. Okay, when you do that, don't push too hard or you'll squish your can. So a 1/8 drill bit for my 16 gauge wire. And then for my cork, because you do need to put a little hole in your cork, it's a 5/64, which is the same as the wire basically, and you can push it through. So with the cork, you want to cut a piece of wire with some wire cutters. This wire isn't too dirty, it's pretty clean wire. Give that a cut. And straighten it out. It's pretty bendy wire. It's nice wire. And it was just at my hardware store. It was with the picture hanging stuff. And I got all of this for 13 bucks. I mean, that's gonna last me a lifetime. I know I already have some though. I just couldn't find it, so I went and bought more. Bingo. And then you can take this flat nose. No, don't use one that has teeth, grippy things. Use one that's flat so you don't mar your wire. And try to get it center-ish. Center-ish. 1/8 drill bit. And we're going to drill holes on either side. I do about a finger's width down. Hey, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, and comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you want to see me do next.